stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11 now. They go play action. Mayfield. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Azeez Ojulari in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Mayfield looks to throw. Shakes off the sack. Under pressure, they got him again. Azeez Ojulari in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you've got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time... you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A handoff to Mixon. And bulldozing his way through. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 49 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He was brought down by Eric Wilson. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10. right at the 40. Here's Watson. James has got it. Complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. To throw again on second down. Watson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Eric Wilson gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 3rd down, Mayfield.
And he wants Reynolds way downfield.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Let's go, man.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Once again with Sanders. Fast footwork by Sanders. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
Sanders is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Watson. To Mixon on the check down.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, it's Watson. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson. They'll let this go for the end zone. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And again, it's Mayfield. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's Mayfield. Open man here is Conklin. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play. But it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage. And in the end, that became a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. From the gun, here's Watson.
Open man Lamb, it's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Mixon. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
This is Mixon on the draw.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Williams to return.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go.
So out come the Bucs now. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Watson on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. That is caught by Lamb. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a first down throw. Watson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Williams now on the return.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And that one's at halftime with them leading the visiting New York Giants. Russell Wilson with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Colin Kaepernick, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, by comparison, they've been the better of these 2 sides in the rushing department, as you see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's McKissick.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Mayfield now. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down at 6.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Pass on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Williams. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Washington's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he's got this down to the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Thomas has it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. A first down throw for Mayfield. Going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
You got it. Got it.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Donovan Peoples-Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. The point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Watson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
And they get the guard, John Runyon.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Watson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking to throw. Watson. And that is incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
A carry now for McKissick. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now a carry for Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Extra point attempt to come here. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Watson looks to throw again. He's got Smith here. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Mayfield now from the 50. Open man here is Conklin.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, Mayfield. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. backfield. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to take another shot here. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson dumps it off to Mixon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And just like that, it's 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To Mixon on the check down. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go!
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him 1st downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jaron Reed able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? Let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Azeez Ojulari racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
We know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even an offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Watson's throwing into the hands of Pitts here.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Now Watson.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another run with Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by a field goal. A minute 13 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down.
Watson. Catch is made by Metcalf.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
To throw, Watson. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Watson to throw.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watson's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Here's Watson.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded right around the 8. Well, now how about this return? And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And for Deshaun Watson, who came into the league back in 2017 out of Clemson and has been a starter since his rookie year, he just went past 20,000 passing yards. That's a pretty good number in a pretty short amount of time. Mixon with a first down carry. And he works free. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call the game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, we're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime. What type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown, or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. But I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for the Falcons, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.